fine? So just I am sharing the syllabus of your subject, that is wireless cellular and LTE 4G broadband. Okay. Hope you are able to see now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So as I said, it is a core subject. Okay. So before I say what is the course objective, okay, just let me say what are the contents. As usual, you all know it will be of 5 modules, right? Each module is of 10 hours, right? So you will be studying about the key enabling technologies for this 4G system. Okay, that is the first topic. See, key enablers for LTE. So in that, the first one is the OFDM. So I hope you are aware what is FDM, right? That is frequency. What is that? Anyone of you can say? Yeah, frequency division multiplexing. Then this OFDM is orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. So this is one of the what I can say key technology, okay, which is used in 4G networks. Okay, in addition to that, okay, this is one of the modulation technique, what I can say, orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. Then we will be discussing about single carrier FDMA. So this is another technology which is also used in LTE. Okay, that is frequency division multiple access. It is single carrier frequency division multiple access. The next one is the single carrier FDE, that is frequency division equalization. It is okay. So whatever I am mentioning here, they're all the key enabling technologies for this LTE. That is channel dependent multi-user resource scheduling. Okay, I don't know to what extent you will. Just I'm reading the topics. Okay, I will come back to this when we are discussing about what it is. Okay, I hope you will be able to understand during that time. At least some topics uh, you will be able to say okay, right? So next one is the multi-antenna techniques. The moment I say multi-antenna techniques, it should come to your mind that what MIMO techniques. That is multiple input, multiple output. Okay, so these are some of the key enabling technologies which we discuss in brief in module 1 about the advantages, means how this technology is added value to the 4G network. Okay, in what way it is better and it could enhance the performance of the network. Okay, in that sense. Hope you're understanding now what I'm saying. It's not getting response. Is it fine what I'm saying? So we will be focusing on what are the key enabling technologies for the LTE. I mentioned some 4 or 5 things. One is OFDM. Next one is single carrier FDMA. Then single carrier FDE. Then channel dependent multi-user resource scheduling. Then multi-antenna techniques. In that I said multi-antenna techniques. Many things will come. In that, the first one is spatial multiplexing, then receive diversity, transmit diversity. Okay. As I said, it is multiple input, multiple output. That is MIMO techniques. Okay. Then we will be discussing about the network architecture. Okay. LTE network architecture. So first of all, you should know what is LTE. The expansion I will tell just now. So it is what? Long-term evolution. Okay, that is the 4G network name, standard name. Okay, LTE, that is long-term evolution. So this is the first part of your module 1. Okay, the second part of your module 1 will be about the fundamentals of this wireless communication. That is about, we will be discussing about the cellular concept. Uh, I don't know, I thought in some of the open course, whoever has attended, I think during that time you are still in first year or second year, I don't know. Okay. So during that time I thought about cellular concept in one of the open course. So I will be repeating that. So we need to understand the cellular concept. Then we discuss about the wireless channels. Okay, broadband wireless channel. Yeah. So what are the fadings occurs in broadband wireless channel? Then modeling of the broadband wireless channel. Then there are empirical and statistical models. Okay, we will be discussing about that. So it is. Then we will be discussing about the mitigation of narrowband and broadband fading. So these are all very basic concepts which we need to know what are the challenges, okay, especially in wireless communication. So if we understand these things, then we will appreciate the development of the technology which has overcome all these difficulties, and it could provide the better solution and as well as performance to the end user. Okay. Then it starts with, as I said, key enabling technology, that is OFDM. In module 2, again we start with the basics of OFDM. Then how this OFDM is used in LTE, that is in 4G network. And we will also discussing about the timing and frequency synchronization of that. Okay. Then what are the difficulties in OFDM? That is peak average ratio, that is PAR. Okay, how do we overcome that problem? Then what is the technique available for that? So that is what the SCFD is. Okay, that is single carrier frequency division equalization it is. Okay, then we will be discussing about the multiple access techniques. So this OFDMA is what? Orthogonal frequency division multiple access. So multiplexing is different and multiple access techniques are different. Okay. So what type of multiple access technique is used from base station to mobile station? So from base station to mobile station, the multiple access technique used was OFDMA. Okay, that is from base mobile station to base station. The type of multiple access technique used is SCFDMA, that is single carrier frequency division multiple access. So we will be discussing this orthogonal frequency division multiplexing with these multiple access techniques. Okay, other than these two, that is OFDMA and SCFDMA, the earlier versions of the multiple access techniques are FDMA, that is a frequency division multiple access. So this is the first one. Okay, analog this one, frequency division multiple access. Then TDMA come into picture, that is time division multiple access. Then the CDMA, that is a code division multiple access. Then this OFDMA and SCFDMA has come into a picture. So we will be discussing about all these things and the use of this OFDMA and SCFDMA in LTE network. Okay, so that is the second part of your module 2. And the third part of this module 2 is about the multi-antenna transmission and reception. As I said now, this is also one of the key enabling technology for the LTE feature, right? Multi-antenna techniques. So here we will be discussing about the diversity techniques. As I said, transmit diversity, receive diversity, okay, spatial multiplexing. Then how do we do the cancellation of interference, right? And how do we do the choice of these diversity techniques? All these techniques are there. So which one to use at which place? Okay. So we will be discussing about that in the module 2. And what I feel is I will tell my flow of teaching about this subject because this is as per the content. Okay. Then in module 3, we will be discussing about the channel structure of this LTE network. So see to communicate your either it may be voice or video or data, we need channels, right? So two types of channels are required. One is control channel, another one is data channel. For transmitting data, we need a data path, and for transmitting control signals, we need control channels. So in both the directions, that is from downlink, the downlink I mean that is from your base station to mobile station. Okay, that is a downlink. Similarly for uplink also. So in both the cases, we will be discussing what are the different types of channels. Okay, uh, which we are supposed to understand for better understanding of the technology of this LTE. Yeah, so that is what we discuss in module 3. In module 3, it is only about downlink, and module 4 is about uplink. Okay, so with respect to that, we will be trying to understand what are the physical layer procedure. I hope you have some idea about ARQ procedure. Is it possible to say any one of you what is ARQ? You might have studied in your CCN. ARQ. Yes, is it possible to say any one of you? ARQ. What is ARQ? Yes, people should respond when I ask whether you know or you don't know. Huh? So just keep talking from my side will not help. Yes, Chandan, you can unmute, na? Chandan,
Sure.
you can unmute. If you want to talk, you can talk, or you can unmute. Uh, yes, people should open up your mouth. You should say at least few things, na, which you have already studied. You should be able to say, are you aware what I said, na? Are you aware of ARQ? I'm asking. You're not studied about the automatic repeat request methods. You want to say yes or no also you hesitate.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. If you have studied nothing wrong, I will not ask you people to explain. Okay. But response is required. Otherwise it becomes only one-sided, na? What I can understand, whether you are with me or not. So you have some idea. Okay. I think you have that idea, it is good. Okay. Yes, I need not just say uh, topic by topic. Just I said in module 3 and 4, it is all about channels. Okay, and as well as this transport channel and as well as physical layer procedures. Okay, there how do we check the channel quality and other things. Fine. In addition to that, the important thing is cell search, then random access procedure. How do we control the power of the mobile device? Okay, and all these things we'll be discussing in module 4. Module 5 is all about the radio resource management and as well as mobility management. You all know uh, any communication device will be uh, developed with the layered architecture, right? You all aware that what is the OSI reference model? How many layers are there? Yes, I expect answer for this. OSI layers.
7 layers.
7 layers, right? Yeah. Yes, Mailaram, can you say what are those 7 layers? Shreyas said it has 7 layers. Is it possible to mention the name of those 7 layers? Yes, Mailaram. Hope you are able to hear, na?
Yes, sir.
Ah. Can you just mention some layers or even all 7 layers? Are you aware OSI reference model?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Can you say the layers, the different layers?
Sir,
Uh,
uh, application layer,
yeah.
presentation layer,
Okay.
transport layer,
Hmm.
network layer, and data link layer.
Yeah. Then.
Physical layer,
Hmm. So it has become 7.
sir.
Yeah. So as you said, physical layer usually go from down, right? Physical layer, then data link layer, then network layer, then transport layer, then session layer, then application layer, right? With that, that is a OSI reference model, right? Then in TCP/IP, we don't use all those 7 layers. We'll be using how many layers? Usmakar, Usmakar. Yes, Kusmakar Patil.
Yes, sir.
How many layers are used in TCP/IP, man? Any idea? I'm asking how many layers are used in TCP/IP? Yes, what about others? Anybody can answer.
5, sir.
5 layers, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So similar to that, even in what is LTE, also based on that format only. Okay. So we say it is a PDCP. We will be discussing about that. Then MAC bar RLC. I hope you are aware this MAC. What is that MAC? Anyone can say the expansion of MAC?
Message authentication.
No, no. So it is a medium access control. Okay. Medium
Yes.
access control layer. Okay. RLC means radio link control layer. Then RRC means radio resource communication layer. Okay. So we will be discussing about all these in detail. Okay. Though it looks very simple, only 2 lines as far as this one, but it is more. Okay. So we will be discussing about different layers which is used for developing the communication device. Okay, that is different elements. Maybe in mobile and at the network side. That is maybe at the here we don't call about base station. We say about ENB. That is E node B and all. We'll see when we are discussing about the architecture and we will be able to understand the different things. Okay. Another important concept is the mobility management. So the purpose of this mobile device is to provide you the connectivity wherever you go, right? So mobility management is one of the key concept which we need to understand. So we will be discussing about that also. And then how do we do the intercell interference coordination while doing that mobility management? And what are the techniques available for that also we'll be discussing. So this is just the brief glimpse of the content of your subject. Okay, 5 modules. So looking at content, module 5 seems to be simple, but it is not. But yes, most of the things are theoretical and we'll be able to understand in an easy way. So for this textbook is this one, Fundamentals of LTE by Arnab Ghosh. Okay, all the 5 modules have been taken from this text only. Okay, if you buy the text or if you borrow from the library, that will be more than sufficient for you to prepare for this subject. Okay, then in addition to that, there are some reference textbooks which will support you to understand in a better way. You can always refer these books also. Okay, even these things are also available in the library. And as far as the objective of this course, as it is specified very clearly, you will be able to understand the basics of this LTE standard. Okay, then you will be able to explain the system architecture of this LTE with different layers, right? And as well as the multiple access techniques like OFDMA and SCFDMA principles. Then you will be able to do the analysis, okay, about the role of LTE radio interface protocols, okay, which will be used to set up, reconfigure, and release the services. Okay, then you will also be able to analyze the main factors which will be affecting the LTE performance, which includes mobile speed and as well as transmission bandwidth. So these are the course objectives, and course outcomes is what I can say. At the end of this course, you will be able to say about the system architecture, that is LTE system architecture, with its specifications also. Okay, then we'll be able to analyze the role of LTE radio interface protocols. Then we will be able to demonstrate how the call process have been handled and mobility management also. Then we will be able to evaluate the performance of resource management and as well as packet data processing and transport algorithms. Because since it is a theory subject, so along with this, I will be taking you through some simulation software where you will be able to understand some of the concepts, and also you will be able to visualize how the channels have been allocated for different uh, uh, tasks. Okay, and I think, as I said, here synchronization signals. Two things are there: P sync and S sync, that is primary sync and secondary sync, and even about the throughput, then modulation technique chosen, and what is the data rate supported. Okay, many other things we'll be able to understand with that tool. Okay, and which is freely available, and it is an open source tool. I will just demonstrate how you can use that tool to understand concepts. Okay, maybe not at the beginning of the module only. Maybe after module 1, I will take up that tool and I will explain you about that. So it is very simple to understand. Okay. Other than this textbook and this one, even we have many online resources to understand the concepts very clearly. Okay, so you don't have to hesitate anything. Whatever I say from my side is very small, but you should, until unless if you don't ask questions, we will not be going in depth. Okay, so always you should ask questions whether it is right or not, right or wrong. Okay, I expect that instead of keeping quiet and simply listening. Fine, and even some of the basic things also you should be able to answer when I ask you. Okay, so with that, let me just uh, brief about the evolution of this mobile network from 1G to 4G. Yeah, though it is not as per the syllabus, just to give you an overview of the mobile network evolution. So I wanted to share that knowledge. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
So because since it is an 8th semester, no, you don't think that we should study as per strict syllabus. That is for exam you can do. Okay, but as far as understanding and gaining knowledge, yes, we have to look here and there beyond syllabus also. Though it is not there in your syllabus, I am planning to demonstrate by using simulation tool your that concepts. Okay, and you will also feel happy. Means if you understand those things, the some of the concepts will be clear. Fine. Yes, hope you are able to see now my slide.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
the evolution of mobile technologies, that is from 1G to 4G, which I have taken from Qualcomm. Nothing wrong. Just we'll have a discussion how is that. Yeah. Just have a look for a minute and try to interpret from your side what you all could observe from this slide. I will ask randomly. Okay. So what I wanted to say is mobile experience is expanding everywhere. Instead of expanding everywhere, I can say expanded everywhere. Right? Is it fine if I say it is expanded everywhere?
Yes, sir.
Or still you wanted to put in ing form only? Okay, don't worry about these statistics. Of course, these statistics are a little bit older. Okay, now the numbers are different, right? Uh, yeah. So, who can just say your understanding about this slide? What you could observe from this? Yes, be active. I need not call every time names and ask, yes, can you say, can you say? Okay, on your own, I think it should be on uh, rotation basis. Means everyone should take part of this participation. Then only the class will become more meaningful. Otherwise, just answering only few students, talking only few students, will also not look good. Yes, as I said, I don't want to call the names and say yes, you tell, you tell. On your own, I said it should be on rotation basis. Some 30 I found today, the strength. Okay, at least you people should be able to participate and say your understanding about that. Hope you are able to see slide now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Vishnuvardhan Reddy. Vishnuvardhan Reddy is not there. Okay, Ashwin Kumar. Ashwin Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just can you interpret your understanding about that slide, what I have shared? Are you able to see the slide, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ah. Yeah, what is your understanding, man? Now you started seeing or what?
No, sir.
Hmm. And it's so difficult, huh? It is so difficult to interpret or say about this slide. With pictures, it is there. There is no text, right?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. What is the first point, man?
Showing the
The
usage of mobile, like
billions
it's
of mobile
expanding.
connections are there.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Means he has told approximately 7 billion, okay, mobile connections, almost as many as people on the earth. Now it may be more than that,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
because
Yeah.
one person is having more than one connection. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
No. So it is more than 7 billion, no doubt. That's why I said don't worry about the statistics. Then here the second picture is about what?
The interconnected device like Bluetooth and all.
Interconnected
Yeah.
devices. Right? That is the forecasted by 2020 it will be like this. Okay, that is what this car indicates what is about vehicle to vehicle communication. Right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Then what is this one? What is the next this one, man?
Like different applications, sir.
Application, right? Then it is about medical, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, then a few things you can mention. Here this is about Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Wi-Fi.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So there are mobile devices like that. See many. So you might have understanding now about the IoT, right? Internet of Things.
Yes,
So
sir.
so many devices will be get connected, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Then
Yeah.
the billions of mobile experiences means you'll be able to watch the news on mobile, right? You'll be able to chat, right?
Yes, sir.
Then you will be able to have a calendar in your mobile. Have a camera on your mobile, right? You will be able to order your grocery, anything what you want, right? Then you will be able to hear a music, right? You will be able to get the weather monitoring, right? Yes or no? Then
Yes, sir.
about the location, then gaming, right? Then what else? And this is about the what? Play Store, right? You'll be able to download any app what you want. So just it is number given by 2013, so many billions of apps will be downloaded. By 2017, so many. So now it is by 2020, maybe more than this, right? So that's why I said about not to take any statistics of this, but you should get an overall idea about the what the mobile is experiencing. Is that fine? Yes, I'm asking. Is that fine?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it giving you the broader picture about this mobile? Yes. Okay. I will go to the next one. So what I can say is mobile is an amazing technical achievement. Yeah. Just I will give 2 minutes time. Okay. There are 6 key points to understand about this device. I think people should look into it, and I will ask someone to interpret this. Quickly, you should be able to understand this. Yeah. I said mobile is an amazing technical achievement. And it is written very clearly that all in a device that fits in your pocket, right? Yes, one thing is to look into this performance. It says it is mind blowing, right? Because you all know what are the different processors used in mobiles. Okay, a variety of mobiles are there, right? Different versions also. Depending upon the cost, you will be able to understand what type of processors used in the device and how does uh, the processing power of that device. Okay, and with respect to graphics also. Then about the multimedia, the quality of multimedia, right? So how good your video call and your picture also, right? Then about the connectivity, means how reliable it is. You might have experienced how earlier versions of the networks and how the connectivity has been improved, as well as the strength of the signal also. Okay. Then about the speed also. Okay. You will be able to compare with the lower version of the network and with respect to this 4G and even 5G. Still we have not experienced it. At least 4G will be able to say. Then about the battery, right? So how many days once you charge, you will be able to use your device. That will be the great benefit of that device, right? If you charge once and if you are able to use for 24 hours, this is a great achievement. Yes or no? Yes, to have a brief how amazing this device is. So these are the few things which what I can say. So we expect a long battery life with the ability to power all these amazing experiences with less energy, right? Than it takes to power with. Just he has given an example with a light bulb for 15 minutes. So if you're able to have your device which can stay for one day, you will be very happy, right? Without charging and by performing many operations, right? Browsing 100 times, then chatting, making video call, right? And about the speed, the moment you click on browser, you should be able to get the things. If it is keep rotating, then you will not be that happy, right? You will get frustration. Yes or no? So with the blazing fast data rates capable of is written it is 300 plus Mbps. Now it is in terms of Gbps it is. Okay, fine. So I will go to the next one, next slide. That is about the connectivity is the foundation of a great mobile experience. Okay, means how fast it can connect. The moment, as I just now I said, when you are pressing on a browser, it should open very quickly, right? That is about the connect fast. So streaming, surfing, uploading, and as well as downloading also, right? So with the predictable data rates. So if you click on a YouTube channel, if it is keep rotating, do you feel that you will keep watching? No, no. The moment you click on that, if it opens, then you will feel happy. So that is possible with the high speed, right? So connect real time. You should be able to get the instant access to the content with less delay. So that we call as always on experience. Okay? That is what we say is connect real time. Then connect reliably means we'll be able to talk and browse without any interruption, right? With the more signal strength. So more bars. This indicates the with good signal strength. Okay. So connect on the go. That is, you will be able to talk and browse with seamless mobility anywhere you get a signal. It is not that when you move across corner of the building, you will get a signal, and another corner of the building, you will not get a signal. So if that is the case, you are not happy, right? So wherever you go, you should be able to talk also, and you should be able to browse also without any discontinuity. That is, we say connect on the go. So next, connect for longer. That is with improved battery life. Okay, with improved battery life, you will be able to plug your device for a longer life. So what I wanted to stress upon this is connectivity is the foundation of great mobile experience. Yeah, yeah. Just take a minute. So this will give you in what way the evolution of this mobile network has been moved from 1G to 4G. So take 2 minutes and you should be able to grasp what technologies or standards are used in each standard or each generation of the network and what is improved. Okay. What is the hungry for that? Hope. Yes, Sonali, can we interpret this slide? Sonali.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So it's the evolution of from
Yeah.
like how from 1G it went to 2G with more digital voice, and then for 3G there was more broadband connectivity, graphics, and then 4G here there was more data, more connections, and efficiency increase as it um, evolved.
Okay. So with respect to 1G, so these are the names of the standards. That is AMPS, NMT, and TACS. Okay. But the AMPS means analog mobile phone system. It is okay. NMT means Nordic mobile telephone system. Okay. Like that. So these are the different standards in the different regions of the country. Okay. Or I can say world. Yes, some standards were implemented in some part of the country, and in some other countries, some standards have been implemented. So actually, it is not existed in our India, 1G. Okay, so basically started with analog voice only for voice communication. Okay, no data only. Then the 2G, here the concept came with the digital. So that is why it is DAMPS, that is digital AMPS system. Then the next standard is GSM, that is global system for mobile communication. It is a 2G standard. Then the next version of that is GPRS. Okay, that is packet radio service. Then CDMA1, all come under this 2G standards. So here what is showing, hope you are understanding this with respect to picture now. Here only voice, so data is not applicable. Here with a little bit data, that is it is of what, less than 0.5 Mbps. So here we will be able to use your digital voice and with simple messages. Okay, even that size of the message is restricted to some bytes. Okay, it may be in terms of some kilobytes. So that is the thing. And the next version is what, 3G. So here the name of the standards are what, CDMA 2000, then EVDO. Okay, then WCDMA, that is wideband coordination multiple access, or next one is HSPA plus, we say, that is high speed packet access network. Then time division, SCDMA, okay, that is single carrier, single code division multiple access. So here we will be able to achieve a data rate of around 63 plus Mbps. So here the picture has come with the mobile broadband. Okay. So with respect to 2G, there is an improvement in the speed. Okay, as with respect to the data rate. And here we will be able to see some of the examples is given here, right? You will be able to see the music, be able to find your location, right? You'll be able to monitor the weather report and other things, right? So the next one is the 4G. So 4G, name of the standard is LTE. Then the next version of LTE is LTE Advanced. So here the data rate uh, provided by this standard is up to 300 plus Mbps. Okay, faster and better data rate. So you'll be able to have live video chat, right? Video communication, and it is possible to achieve more mobile connections also, and even other things also. So this is what, how, means what is the thing here, what we need to understand is the hungry for data, right? So in case of 1G, no data services, but in 2G, we could do with less number of data rate. Then in 3G, we could achieve to a certain extent. Then in 4G, 300 plus Mbps. In 5G, it is in terms of Gbps. That is the next version. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just what we have discussed in the previous slide is that we are expanding that. So evolving mobile technologies will deliver great mobile experiences, right? So appreciating the magic of mobile requires understanding the evolution from 1G to 4G networks, right? So as I said, 1G is established seamless mobile connectivity introducing mobile voice services only. Okay, 2G could provide digital wireless technologies with the increased voice capacity delivering to the mobile to the masses. And 3G provides optimized mobile for data enabling mobile broadband services and is evolving for faster and better connectivity. And with the 4G, that is LTE, delivers more capacity for faster and better mobile broadband experiences and is also expanding into the newer frontiers. Okay. Yeah, just to understand how that system means uh, is working. Okay, so with respect to 1G, because it is a basic which we need to understand some of the concepts. Okay, this is what I wanted to say here. So we all know we use a licensed spectrum for its mobile communication. Okay, uh, so for especially this mobile communication, there is some a spectrum allocated exclusively for this. Okay, so there will be a spectrum auction by the operators, right? You all know what is the uh, which organization is doing is taking care of this spectrum auction and other things. Anyone can say?
TRAI,
TRAI. Yeah, very good. What is that TRAI?
Telecom Regulatory Authorities of India.
Yeah, very good, man. So it is a Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. Okay, just Google it, TRAI. You will get so much of information about this telecommunication. Okay, our spectrum and even white papers also you will get about the upcoming technologies and other things. Okay, so operators will be deploying the base stations, right, to provide the access to the subscribers. You might have seen these base stations either on rooftop and even on the other places also, right? Yes or no? And here, what I wanted to say, the second picture is, see, okay, of course, you are aware what is the shape of the cell. I hope you know what is cell, right? So these are all the base stations. So how much it can cover, okay, how much area it can cover, that is known as the cell. Okay, usually in the 2G standard, the base station can cover up to 30 kilometers. Okay, with one base station, if I have, it can provide a connectivity up to 30 kilometers. It can reach the signal up to 30 kilometers. Of course, it is restricted with the number of users. Okay, so to accommodate more number of users, we need to reduce the power. Then we will be able to increase the number of base stations and we will be able to cover the more area and we will be able to accommodate the more number of users also. So that concept is known as the frequency reuse. Okay, means as I said, the spectrum is very limited in nature. It is like a land, what I can say. You know how land is valuable, right? So you will not get just like that. No, it is very costly also, right? So you, in the same way, the spectrum is also okay. It is very scarce resource, and it is also not freely available to use it anywhere, any place. Okay, so means the regulatory authority will be assigning a particular spectrum for each operator for this particular application. So in that only, it has to be reused, okay, without getting interference with the neighbor cells. So as I said, cell means the coverage area by one base station is known as the cell. So as I said, with the 2G, it is possible to cover up to 30 kilometers by reducing the power. Okay, means even I can cover for 1 kilometer or 5 kilometer or 15 kilometers, right? So with that, we will be able to increase the number of base stations with some pattern. Okay, so here that cell reuse pattern is there. It may be 3, 4, 7 and all. So here what I have shown is a pattern of 7 cell reuse. Okay, and whatever the arrow is shown is these are known as the co-cells, co-channel cells. Means whatever the frequencies are used in this base station, the same set of frequencies are used in this also. And if they are at certain distance, then there will be no interference between these two base stations. Okay, so reusing the frequencies without interference through this geographical separation made this cellular communication to grow so rapidly. Okay, and there will be no interference with the neighbor cells also, because whatever the frequencies using in this base station, the frequencies used in neighbor base stations will be different. Okay, with respect to that, there will be no interference with the neighboring base stations. Okay, so this is an hexagonal shape. I said there are 6 sides, right? So the central one, so there will be 7 cells. So this we call it as one cluster, and that will be repeated throughout the geographical area to cover the entire geographical area. Okay, so the same pattern will be repeated. Fine. And the third point, so that is a frequency reuse concept. You should, I hope I conveyed to a certain extent what a frequency reuse is. I said now certain frequency bands are available. Those will be split among these 7 cells. Okay, then that will be repeated throughout the geographical area, so that there will be no interference with the co-channel cells and as well as the neighbor cells also. Okay, so with that we will be able to use the spectrum efficiently. Okay, without using without wasting much. Okay, then the third concept is the mobile network. So coordinated network for seamless access and seamless mobility. Okay, so means these base stations are connected with the uh, that is with the MSC we call that is mobile switching center. In turn, that is connected to the PSTN. Okay, that is for landline communication. Means there will be a backhaul network. Okay, which is integrated and it is transparent also. That is able to provide the seamless access. Yeah, just I think hope these things are clear. Frequency reuse and how the licensed spectrum is used for mobile communication. Okay, so just I'm saying about 1G. In brief, what is its limitation? Okay, in case of 1G, if I use, so just for illustration is given, is one person is communicating with another person. Here, to communicate between two people, the frequency gap between these two users should be more. Okay, it requires larger gap of spectrum between users to avoid the interference. That is one thing. Then here, each user supports only one channel. Means support for only one user per channel. Means for one channel, I will be able to communicate with one person only. So with that, I need, if 100 people are there, I need 100 channels, right? But the technology has evolved, whereas with a single channel, multiple users can be accommodated. So that is the evolution in the next stage. Okay. So as I said, spectrum is a finite resource like land, right? So mobile spectrum is extremely valuable, like the land, given the example. And here, as I said, it uses one channel per user. Okay. And he has given the analogy with respect to that, what the channel is like a road, right, built on the land to deliver the voice services to the user. Hope at least with respect to this diagram, you'll be able to understand. Channel means it is like a road. So, right. So it is used to provide the voice services. Okay, as I said, one road can be used for only one person. In that, how many roads we can use for one house to another house, right? So that is the limitation of this 1G. So, yeah. So 1G analog voice was amazing but limited in capacity, right? So as I said here, the analog transmissions are inefficient at using the limited spectrum. Okay. So the type of multiple access technique used was FDMA, that is frequency division multiple access. And as I said, if user A wants to communicate with user B, they need larger frequency gap, right? So here, just for illustration, he has given the example, user A and user B. Between these two users, so much of gap is required. Means in case of 1G, each user requires a bandwidth of 30 kilohertz. So that is why it is given here 30 kilohertz, and like that. Okay. So supports for only one user per channel. Okay. So what I wanted to convey with the 1G is it is limited in scalability. Okay. And that too, it uses analog devices and they are larger in size and it requires more power, which is inefficient and cost is also more. That is why people have gone to the next level. Yeah, I will take up this 2G, 3G, and 4G, I think, in the next class. So, as of now, what you can do is you can write your USN in the chat box. Okay, that will be your attendance. Write your USN in the chat box. So, again, we will see you at the 5th hour. Na?